What's up, Dunk Squad? It's Wayne Duncan, Novia Duncan, and we're back with year 4 of the Madden 23 Pittsburgh Steelers Realistic Rebuild. Might sound a little bit different. Probably don't sound like Tyler, the Creator, like I usually do, because I did lose my voice. I don't know what I got. If it's just my voice loss, sore throat, cold, whatever. I'm still going to talk my shit about the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you tuned in to part 3, they came so close to making back-to-back postseason appearances, but it fell short. It went 9-8. I mean, that's still a winning season for Mike Tomlin. The only losing season that he's ever had in his career was the very first season where we only had 4 wins. We did lose some key players in free agency. We lost Cam Hayward to retirement, and then we also lost Deontay Johnson because he did not want to take the contract we offered him. And y'all know me. If you know, I don't like Deontay Johnson. All right? I don't like that he has superstar dev in the base game. And my boy on my Seattle Seahawks, Tyler Lockett, does not. But we did rebuild in the draft. We got a lot of speed in the draft at different positions. And I'm not going to waste no more time. And I'm going to show y'all the squad, the team, the roster, and those fast players that we got in the draft right now as we go to the roster. Quarterback Kenny Pickett, who continues to just improve every single season. When you look at this from his rookie year, 16 touchdowns, 12 picks, only 2,500 passing yards. Then he improves to almost 4,400 passing yards, 25 touchdowns. He cut down on the picks with 9. Then last season, and he had one game where he threw for like crazy numbers, like 480 some yards, damn near 500 yards. He threw for 4,500 passing yards, 4,538 to be exact. 36 touchdowns. That's a career high. 14 picks, a little too high, but still great season for Kenny Pickett. He went up dev trade. I can't remember if he went up last season or the season before that, but he is a star dev and he just continues to develop. We have Dorian Fisher, who was like a 4th, 5th round pick last season to be the backup strong arm quarterback. Najee Harris, who's been the most consistent player on this offense at running back. I mean, he's guaranteed to get at least 1,200 rushing yards a season. His average goes up every season. Touchdowns is always double digits. Couldn't ask for more from Najee Harris. Lynn had a great season, too, as the backup running back. He averaged over 4.4 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns, no fumbles. So good season from the backup running back. Fullback, we keep bringing back Derek White to keep TJ happy. Wide receiver. So we have George Pickens, who basically came in here and just stole the job, from Deontay Johnson. He's been our wide receiver 1 from the get-go, from the regular season. We're investing highly in him to be that wide receiver 1, and it's worked out for us. We didn't have to pay Deontay Johnson. We got George Pickens still on his rookie deal. Won't have to pay him we have to pay him this season. I think he fell to the 2nd round, so no 5th-year option. But this guy, Caleb Combs, when you looked at his ratings in the draft, they weren't that great. All we knew is that he had some wheels on him, and boy, does he have them. 98 acceleration, 94 speed. You can't teach that. Now, his route running is not that great. Only 69 for short routes, 66 medium, but he can run deep routes. 81 deep route, 94 agility, 75 release, 87 jumping, 82 spectacular catch. So we're just going to put him on the outside with George Pickens. Calvin Austin will probably keep him in the slot, and he's been good. Matter of fact, all 3 of our receivers between Calvin Austin, George Pickens, and when we had Deontay Johnson, they all had 1,000 yards last season. So we tried to keep that 3-headed monster at wide receiver, and Deontay Johnson he wasn't going for it. We also got a wide receiver 4, a big body, Chase Claypool type player, 6'5", 230, Marion Rudolph, 68. I think he was 68 overall, playing up to a 69 with the morale, and he's going to add more depth to this wide receiver room. Tight end, we got Pat Freiermuth. He's been solid for us. Still got Connor Hayward here. Left tackle, though, we did lose. We also lost Dan Moore. Dan Moore's a junior, too, I think. But we brought in Charles Leno Jr., a veteran, 33 years old tackle, and I just thought we needed more age at the offensive line position. When you look across the board on O-line, I mean, Dotson, he was 27, now he's 28. Kendrick Green was 25 at the time. James Daniels was 26. So we didn't have any 30-year-old starters on the O-line. So bringing in Charles Leno, he has that mentor tag, great leadership. Former Chicago Bear, commander, I think he played for the Commanders. But he'll just give us some knowledge of the position, and he will add some veteran leadership on the O-line. Brought in A.J. Jackson to back him up. Left guard, it just shows y'all we got Kevin Dotson, and we have none other than Jason Tatum. He's going to be the MVP of the O-line. Kendrick Green at center. No more Mason Cole to compete with him, but that did not stop the competition. We drafted this guy, Kevin Palmer, 67, 23 years old. Normal dev. Thought he would have had a hit of dev, but that would just add some more depth and competition. For Kendrick Green, we did bring him back on a cheap 2-year deal. James Daniels still at right guard. Hoover, who we drafted last year, to back him up. And then Dorian Myers, still our day one starter tackle. Brought in Andrew Wiley just to add some more depth to the O-line. He's also 30 plus, so add some more leadership to the offensive line. Javon Kinlaw, just a bust of a signing. I should have seen the signs. When we signed him, he was already asking for a trade. I guess the team put him on the trade block. He really didn't want to come here. He just wanted the money. And then last season, I was like, you know what? We're gonna stick with it, with the signing, and he didn't do nothing. He was injured on and off. Only 8 TFLs, only 2 sacks. He lost his star depth trade, went down to normal. I have him on the trade block. I don't care about the penalty. I'll eat that 10 mil, and we're getting rid of Javon Kinlaw. He's benched for the preseason. He's not even gonna have a chance to compete. So DeMarvin Leal, who I probably should have gave a chance to a long time ago, gets that chance 2-3 years later. So DeMarvin Leal will get a great chance to start here in the preseason. Manny Harvin, who's going to have to start this season because of the retirement to Cam Hayward. Also brought in Trey Flowers, the veteran, long-term Patriot and Lion. Also has that mentor tag, too. Defensive tackle, Deshaun Barton. He's probably going to be our best defensive lineman now. Now that he's probably learned a lot from Cam Hayward. But this guy, Amani Kelly, probably was our steal of the draft. So 66 overall, I think he is, or 67, 66. Hidden dev. Now, we could probably, because he's going to be backing up Barton, we could probably move him over to left end and fuck Javon Kinlaw. He's going to compete with DeMarvin Leal, who is not a scheme fit. He's a speed rusher, only normal dev. But I'm going to let them two boys battle it out for that starting left end position. We also got Kalia Davis, who we brought in last season to back up Barton. TJ Watt is TJ Watt. Middle linebacker, we got Miles Jack and Devin Bush still. We brought in Alex Singleton and this undrafted rookie, Xavier, not my cousin, Robinson, to add, just to fill out the middle linebacker position. Alex Highsmith did lose his X factor last season, didn't play at that high level like he was the first 2 seasons, getting under 10 sacks. He still had 7.5 sacks, still had a pick, still had 70-plus tackles, but as you see there, the TFLs were down. So a down season for him by his standards. Brought in Kyle Van Noy just to add some more depth. If you notice the trend, we're adding not just depth, but we're adding more age to the team. Cornerback Jonathan Jones, who we brought in last season, he's on the last year of his deal. Junior Williams, who we took number 2 overall a couple seasons ago, he's finally starting to get it and develop. He's got that star dev from last season, and he probably could be our cornerback 1. We might bump him up over Jonathan Jones this season. But Christopher Miner, he was our 2nd round pick. It was the best value pick for us. 77 overall in the 2nd round, bro. And we thought we were going to have to trade up to get him, and he just fell right into our laps. Like, no homo. He fell right into our laps, and we got him. One of the best players in the draft. I think he was like number 4, top 5. Top 5 at least. But just like the wide receiver, a lot of speed, 95 acceleration, 94 speed, great in man coverage. The press is good. Needs to work on his tackling a little bit. The catching is okay. But he could be a day one starter for us. Haskins, who we had last season, who had a star dev, but he lost it because he was a cornerback 4, not playing a lot. Brought in Trey Herndon to be cornerback 5. And then at free safety, you got Minka Fitzpatrick still. And then at strong safety, you got Terrell Edmonds, kicker, Boswell, punter, Presley Harvin. I think we have a team captain slot available because of the retirement from Cam Hayward. So who is going to get that new team captain C patch on their jersey? It should be a defensive player. Cam Hayward, maybe Highsmith, because Highsmith, he's been doing a damn good job. I don't know. I always try to keep it like in the team. Like, I don't want to give it to like a Jonathan Jones that I signed away from the Patriots. I don't want to give it to like I like giving it to players that we've drafted. If they're playing good, like Barton, he's been okay. Hasn't been like a beast yet. Like I definitely wouldn't give it to Javon Kinlaw, but like I don't know. Like Charles Leno, we just signed him. Do we give it to Pat Fryermuth? Because we don't have like that leader in the wide receiver room. Maybe Derek Watt. Because TJ Watt is a team captain. Maybe we don't need two Watts being leaders. I think I'm gonna either give it to Pat Fryermuth, but how many do we have on the defense? We have Mika Fitzpatrick as a team captain, TJ Watt as a team captain. Okay. We got a special teamers and Chris Boswell and then Najee and Kenny Pickett, our team captain. So I'm taking too long with this. Maybe George Pickens. I know he had character concerns in the draft, but he's turned it around. He's been our best player. You know what? How old is Fryermuth? Fryermuth is 26. I'm going to give it to Pat Fryermuth just because of the age, but George Pickens, I highly consider giving it to him. But we're going to go with Pat Fryermuth at tight end. So those are your new team captains or your new team captain. Let's simulate the preseason to see if we have, hopefully we don't have any injuries. I really don't care if we do. Not really trying to win with the Steelers, but it is nice that, we're not having a losing season every single season. So I did say that we have a battle going on at left end between DeMarvin Leal and Kelly. So go to the rush D tackle, and we'll leave Kelly in there, and then we'll put DeMarvin Leal in for the next game. And let's see how this works out against the Falcons. And we lose. So we have a training camp standout. We're 0-2 right now in the preseason. And okay, I guess we know who's going to win the starting left end position. Amani Kelly. He's having a strong preseason. And we're going to go with the hidden dev player. Let's see. He is the left end, we need a power rusher. And I think he already fits that scheme. So he is a power rusher. Maybe he needs to work on stopping the run. Let's do stopping the run. Just make him a little bit more balanced. And he might win the job. So because he had a strong training camp, let's put him back at the starter and DeMarvin Leal. Yeah, let's see what Kelly can do. Let's move Barton now. We know what he can do. And simulate the final preseason game. Will we go 0-3? And will that carry on to the regular season? And we do go 0-3. Will that carry on to the regular season? You know it's usually backwards luck, but we haven't really had that much luck when it comes to the backwards luck of not winning a game in the preseason. But looking at the stats of the preseason, Dorian Fisher had a great preseason for our backup quarterback position. Really good. DeAndre Lynn, Truman, don't even know who that is. Bowens had the only touchdown from the running backs. Receiving, Rudolph, our wide receiver 4, big body receiver. And then Caleb Combs had a great preseason. He was in the slot, though. But don't see Pickens, and I don't see saw Calvin Austin somewhere. There he was, 4 catches. And then the offensive line, not bad. Not bad. Only 2 starters gave up sacks. And then Devin Bush had a great preseason. He showed out. Devin Bush, Kyle Van Noy had a great preseason. Alex Highsmith. So all the 2 right outside linebackers, right edge rushers, and then Devin Bush, the middle linebacker. And there you go, Devin Bush and Highsmith. But looking at the defensive end position, who really played better? Kelly. I mean, nobody really did anything, but DeMarvin Leal really didn't do anything. So we're going to go at Kelly, or maybe we start DeMarvin Leal and then sub in Kelly. I don't know. Chris Boswell did miss a field goal. Preston I've had 2 punts out of 20. I don't think we had any special team touchdowns. So let's cut these 8 players and get on to the regular season. Truman, I really could go with just 3 running backs on the roster. I don't know who this Truman guy is, so I think I am going to move him to the practice squad. We usually keep around 4 running backs, but Not this season. This Agnew guy down here, he can go get released. Don't need 4 tight ends, so we'll put Reinhardt on the or release. Think we had an extra tackle down here, so we can release him. We have an extra left guard. Oh, we can move him to the practice squad. So Javon Kinlaw, we are probably going to have to manually trade him, but because it's been such a bad, bad, bad signing, probably one of my worst signings of my realistic rebuilding career, I'm just gonna straight up release him. I'm gonna eat that 10 mil. I don't want any draft capital for him. I don't want any draft picks for him. Just get off the team. Get off the team. So that leaves just the Marvin Leal. We will move Kelly over to left end just to make it official. Oh, his rating doesn't go down. Yeah, I mean it does a little bit, but not bad. We have too many left outside linebackers. So this guy down here, Javier Preston, he can get released. Probably keep Clemens there. Keep those guys right there. This guy, Derek Taylor, he can go. And then we have too many safeties. So the rookie Gregory, we got McGee here. I mean, get rid of this guy. Yeah, how many more players do we have to cut? I feel like we have enough. So we do have to sign, or we don't, right? What do we have to sign? So we have enough, and I thought there was a position I had to sign. There really isn't. I'm really thinking about getting rid of McGee. We're gonna keep him though. Um, a third defensive tackle just so the game doesn't mess with me, and maybe a fourth running back. I think I'm gonna do that. So I mean, Bus Edwards is here. Wouldn't that be something? Sign Gus Edwards, and they used to have uh, Jerome Bettis, the bus, but I don't think we're gonna do that. We like our running back room. Um, the defensive tackle. So we should sign another one, just so that the game does not, you know. Let's get Leaky Fotu, and that should be it. Why does it feel like I need another position to sign? I think we're good. So we signed Leaky Fotu just to add more depth at defensive tackle. We cut Javon Kinlaw, and boom, we have all our players. Kenny Pickett, I am going to go in, and I mean, everything is pretty much balanced. We'll do field general. He's already a scheme fit. And we'll adjust the lineup, reorder the depth chart, set it up the way we want it to be set, even though it will probably change during the season. Completely out of my hands, but let's set it up the way we think it should be set up. And Kenny Pickett is the quarterback 1. Najee Harris, DeAndre Lynn, Bowens, Derek Watt, Cam Hayward. We'll put Bowens right there. Receiver, we got George Pickens. We're going to go with Combs on the outside and then Calvin Austin on the inside with Rudolph, big body, goal line. Receiver there. Then got Pat Fryermuth, the new team captain. Charles Leno, A.J. Jackson. You got Dotson, Jason Tatum, Kendrick Green, Palmer. I like our depth on the O-line. You got Myers. You got Andrew Wiley. Why do they do this? So we want Kelly starting. And then on the right, I mean, we really could start Trey Flowers on the other side, but we're not going to do that. We just added him for a rotational piece. You got Harvin taking over the reins from Cam Hayward. You got Barton playing up to an 80. Fotu and Kalia Davis. TJ Watt. Bush and Jack Singleton. Got Highsmith, Kyle Van Noy. I kind of want to start Junior Williams over Jonathan Jones, and I'm going to do that this season. And then Minor, I kind of want to start him too. But we'll put him in the slot. This is rookie season. Minka, yeah, we'll leave it like that. And then we'll put Trey Herndon right there. And then special teamers, they have Minor and Haskins, the two corners. But I think what we're going to do is we are going to do Calvin Austin and Minor. And then punt return, we're going to do Combs. And we're going to do the other corner, Haskins. Kickoff start will be Boswell, even though Presley Harvin, his power is 1 point more, but Boswell has a better accuracy. We don't need nobody kicking it out of bounds. Third down back will be Najee Harris. Lyndon Bowen's power back will be Najee Harris. Lyndon Bowen's slot receiver. They have it as George Pickens, but we're going to go Calvin Austin, and then we're going to go with, we'll go with Pickens and Combs. Left end should be T.J. Watt. And I like that Flowers and Van Noy is here. They're really versatile, so they can rush the passer. Rush the passer. I know my voice is gone now. I can't talk. Alice Highsmith, Vance, and Clemens. On D tackle, you have Harvin over Barton. So we're going to go Barton, Harvin, and then they have Trey Flowers, but we're going to go with Kelly. Sub linebacker will be Jack, Bush, and Singleton, and slot corner will be Minor, the rookie, Haskins, second-year corner, our fourth corner, and then Trey Herndon. So I like the way the team is set up. Let's get to the regular season and kick off the season division game against the undefeated in the preseason 3-0 Ravens. 3-0 Ravens. So our goal, though, this year, we did get a little weaker. You know, we lost Deontay Johnson. We lost Cam Hayward. We lost our starting left tackle, Dan Moore. So I'm going to say about the same amount of wins. We were going to hit 10 wins, but we only hit 9 wins. I'm going to say about 9 to 10 wins, second in the division, maybe third, but we should be able to get a wild card. Maybe not. Maybe we get first team out or something. But the camp standout, Kelly, again, the defensive lineman. And we are 82 overall, 85 defense. So the defense went down, I think, 2 points. And the offense remains the same as last season with 80. Can we start the season off with a win? It is TV primetime. Don't know if it's Thursday, Monday, or Sunday night. Just know that it is a night on TV, and we lose by 14 points, 35-21 to Lamar Jackson on Sunday night. So we could not run the ball. We turned the ball over. Couldn't get third down conversions. Kenny Pickett, I mean, he was just threw 2 picks, but ran for 3 touchdowns on us. Calvin Austin, though, 3-piece himself, 104 on 5 catches, averaged 20 yards per catch. How did the rookie do Combs? Combs had 7 catches for 74, not a bad debut. And we have Barton, Harvin, the new D lineman. Kyle Hamilton had 2 picks. So a lot of great individual performances from Lamar Jackson, Calvin Austin from us. And let me not say us because I'm not a Steelers fan, from the Steelers. And then camp standout again. And then Kyle Hamilton with the 2 picks. Week 2 against the Detroit Lions, Trey Flowers' old team. As the mock draft is getting ready. And we win 38-24. So the offense must have found their groove. The running game did, 141. And then no turnovers. So Mike Tomlin correcting the wrongs, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Kenny Pickett, if he can keep playing like that, he had a couple of games like that last season, we will make the playoffs. Jacoby Brissett, 3 touchdowns, but we did sack him 6 times, 103 and 1 for Najee Harris. Receiving, no dominant receiver, but Combs gets his first career touchdown. Calvin Austin has 5 touchdowns in 2 games, killing it from the slot. Who needs Deontay Johnson? Alice Highsmith, Bush, Barton, Watt, Harvin, Jones. Looks like we're getting more pass rush, not just from our linebackers, as Boswell has a field goal that was blocked, but we're getting more pass rush now from the D-line. with the new younger D-line that we now have. They have us projected to take a quarterback number 2 overall. Okay, they don't believe in Kenny Pickett. But I do. I actually do. We have the Bills, who are 2-0. Bengals are 2-0, leading our division. I think there was another 2-0 team. Might have been the Ravens because they beat us yesterday. So the Ravens and Bengals are 3-0. We have won 2 in a row. We just beat the Bills in overtime on the road in Buffalo. Ran on them, passed on them. We only turned the ball over once. 1 touchdown, 1 pick for Kenny Pickett. Not a bad game. Offensive line gave up 3 sacks, 2 touchdowns for Najee Harris, 2 touchdowns for Lynn. George Pickens was great. Austin, 3 receivers. Freiermuth had a touchdown. O-line were okay. They were serviceable. Highsmith, Bush, Watt. I saw some more names down there for the sacks. It was the Bills, so never mind. Minka and Jonathan Jones gets a pick. Boswell does not miss a field goal. And we are 2-1, 2 straight wins. Our division is looking like it's going to be a dogfight again with the Bengals and the Ravens. Undefeated. Now, we play the Bengals on the road. They won 3 in a row. We won 2 in a row. And then they stopped our little winning streak. They beat us 38-27. So our defense giving up a lot of points. 35 to the Ravens, 31 to the Bills, now 38 to the Bengals. So just giving up too many points. Our running game is getting shut down. Our pass game got shut down. We did not turn the ball over. That was one good thing that we did do. But Joe Shiesty threw for 5 touchdowns on our defense. Najee Harris had 60 yards and a touchdown. Touchdown for Combs, Pickens. 3 touchdowns for T. Higgins. I feel like he did that last season to us. Dorian Myers. What's up with all these threes? Notice that. It's like 3 sacks allowed. 3 receiving touchdowns from this player. 3 interceptions from this player. 3 sacks from this player. Barton had 2 sacks. Miles Jack with a sack. A pick for the 2 young corners. Christopher Minor, his first career. And then Junior Williams as our new starter. And I think this is our final game before our bye week where we will look at the contracts. We have kind of an early bye week at week 6, not that early. We have my Minnesota Vikings who are 0-4. Will they get their first dub against us? They do, and they blow us out. They drop 40 on us, 42-17. I kind of feel good about it because that's exactly how it would feel if this was a real-life game. They were up 28-7 on us in the first half. And what's up with the running game? We lose Dan Moore, we bring in Charles Leno, a better tackle, and now we can't run the ball. And my boy Gino goes from my Seahawks to my Vikings and throws 4 touchdowns against us, but I know he has Justin Jefferson on his team. That's who he's throwing it to. Yeah, Justin Jefferson, Pickens, Manny McClendon, don't know who that is. Some guy they drafted. And we had a sack for Barty. He's having a great season. Terrell Edmonds got a pick. Boswell made a 51-yarder. And we have lost 2 in a row after winning 2 in a row. Now we're at the bye week. We have to fix this running game. And let's look at the contracts. I would say George Pickens is probably up. TJ Watt, this is going to be so expensive. I'm going to give him whatever the hell he wants. Now, he's interested in re-signing. So I could offer him just this. But he's TJ Watt. I'm going to offer him the max, whatever he wants. Najee Harris, he's not that interested. So same thing. He's 27. I mean, we only got 2 seasons left. I would give him not a 6-year deal, but like 5-year deal, up the money, and he does not sign. Might have to franchise tag. He might be a franchise tag situation. But George Pickens, though. George Pickens, I would do that. Player friendly, up the money, overpay him a little bit. So we got George Pickens done. We got TJ Watt done. Najee Harris, we got to work on. Terrell Evans, don't know if he'll get a second one. We'll wait to see how he plays. Charles Leno, I have to look at his stats. Everybody else are just, I mean, Calvin Austin, though, he's been killing. I think we'll bring him back. Because we have our rookie wide receiver on a rookie deal. He's going to be on a rookie deal by the end of the season. We just locked down George Pickens, so it won't be that bad. We'll upgrade the players, see if we have any depth traits revealed. Barton's having a hell of a season. Minor, the corner, See what he may be. And he is just a star. And then the other one was Combs, and he needs to work on his route running, really. Don't know what he is. So let's do playmaker, which I think is the new name for route runner. Used to be route runner. And then our Kelly, not our Kelly, like you know what I mean. Our Kelly, O-U-R. I should say there. Not a Steeler fan. Number one anti-Steeler fan, but Imani Kelly, and he hasn't been revealed yet. So we'll just auto upgrade everybody else. Get on to week 7. Battle of the Gold Pants. Packers and Steelers. And see if we can first pay Najee Harris. I don't know why he didn't take the other deal, but I guess we'll just do the very friendly, the 6-year deal instead of the 5-year deal, and then just up the money. And boom, we got him back. So Calvin Austin, we might still have to wait. Yeah, we have to wait till week 9. So we'll wait till we play the Patriots to pay him. And let's see if we can beat the 5-1 Green Bay Packers. Looks like the Ravens are also 5-1. Bengals 4-2. Might not win the division this season for us, or for the Steelers. But yeah, this is looking bad. When you can't run the ball, defense has given up a lot. I'm talking big numbers. Like, teams are going to be dropping like 60, 70 on us. Davis Mills on the Packers. Najee Harris. Maybe we should have signed Gus Edwards. Calvin Austin looking for a new contract, playing well. Receiving touchdown for Najee Harris. TJ Watt. Even TJ Watt's not really doing anything this season, not getting a lot of sacks. 2 for 2 for Chris Boswell, though. He made a 57-yarder. And we are on a losing streak. We are on a little losing streak. Mock draft 2 is out. Might be number 1. We were number 2 in the first mock draft. Now they have us at number 13, but still taking a quarterback. I don't think we're going to take a quarterback. I think I'm going to rock with Kenny Pickett, Kenny Two Gloves for the whole rebuild, because we're already in year 4. He's developing, too. Got the depth trait. Probably should have had superstar depth trait last season if he didn't throw 14 picks. But 35-28, we lose our 4th straight game. We just can't run the ball. And I don't know why. I mean, Najee Harris still getting touchdowns, but he is just getting Calvin Austin. It's so clear to me and obvious. He wants a contract. So we're going to give him a contract. He's having a breakout season. Charles Leno gave up 2 sacks. So did Myers. Barton's having a hell of a season from the nose tackle position. And no field goals, no punts, no kickoff returns, and no wins for the Steelers right now. We haven't won in a while. 2-5, bottom of the AFC North. We have the Patriots, where I did say once we got to this game we were going to pay Calvin Austin, and we were going to pay Calvin Austin. The only one that's really kind of difficult is not even Jonathan Jones, but the Terrell Edmonds one, 28. We gave him like a 3-year deal, 4-year deal last time, the first time around. But, I mean, he's held on to that star depth trait ever since getting it. I mean, we might just pay him. You know, we thought about getting Hufanga from the 49ers, but that's a couple seasons ago. So let's just pay my boy Calvin Austin. I would give him a 4-year deal, 3.2, 1.4, and he's back. So we got all of our key players back. Week 9 against the Patriots, they're 4-3. Let's see if we can beat them, get off this losing streak. Because if we lose this game, this is probably the season. And we win 35-27 with all the pressure on Mike Tomlin not having another losing season. And let's see, we ran the ball and no turnovers. Not that great on 3rd down, though. But Kenny Pickett, 3 touchdowns, no picks for Pickett. And 130, there you go, 135, $135, 2 touchdowns for Najee Harris. Calvin Austin, cheat code in the slot right now. He wasn't doing that when we had Deontay Johnson. He was good, but he wasn't doing that. Wasn't doing that. Harvin with a sack pick for Miles Jack and Terrell Edmonds, Boswell, Mrs. Field. He's been kind of inconsistent. Maybe we move on from Chris Boswell. Maybe we need a new kicker. He missed like 6 kicks last season. The Browns beat us the first time around, try to get revenge so they don't sweep us, and they sweep us. Put us right in the dustpan. Right in the dustpan and then into the trash. And, oh my, 28 rushing yards, bruh. That's it? What is this running game? What is this running game? I'll tell you what it is. It's some hot garbage. It's some hot ass. That's what it is. Who is this guy? Gavin McLeod. Pickens, newly paid Pickens. He gets a touchdown. Combs, he's been kind of quiet. Maybe his route running. I don't know, man. This team, the tackles are giving up sacks. TJ Watt isn't getting a lot of pressure. Highsmith is playing like his last name is Low Smith now. Don't know. Maybe this team has reached it. Maybe they reached the peak the second season where we made the playoffs. Thought they would get better. Didn't want them to get better, but 26-20 we lose to the Jets, or the Colts. We ran the ball, passed the ball, 2 turnovers. Lost in overtime. Because Pickett throwing picks. Not Pickett not throwing it to Pickens, but throwing picks. Try to say that tongue twister. But Autry, don't know who that is, but Najee Harris, 96 yards and a touchdown for Lynn and Derek Watt, Pickens, and Calvin Austin. He's been our best receiver this season. Might even move him up to wide receiver 2 over that rookie because he's balling. He is balling. But we'll just leave it the way it is. The Jets, this is the Deontay Johnson game because that's who he signed with in free agency. And we beat them 35-22. If I'll ever be happy about a Steeler win, don't even think it would be that one. I'm never happy about a Steeler win. But we outrushed them. We outpassed them. 27-7 at the half. We were up big, and they signed Justin Herbert. We did get sacked 6 times, though. Najee Harris, 88-2. Touchdown. Was that Derek Watt? No, Reggie Gilman, their fullback. Calvin Austin says he just opened up a can of I don't even know because he is playing out of his mind right now. I don't know why. Where the hell is Deontay Johnson? No, we 5 catches, 65 yards, just a decent game. But maybe it's Charles Leno. Alex Highsmith, there you go. I haven't seen his name a lot. Barton, he's cooled down a little bit. Miles Jack is having a great season. Boswell must have heard I was talking about him. And now we have the 2-9 49ers. Are the Browns on top of the AFC North right now? They are, and they just made a quick surge on the top. Did not see that coming, but they did sweep us though. But we just won our second win in a row. We're supposed to beat the 2-9 49ers, and I mean, it was a close game. Both teams played similar. Najee Harris, 78 yards and a touchdown. George Pickens, 80 yards. Calvin Austin, man. Maybe he's playing so great because Combs is not playing so great. And we just straight up bullied Mike McGlinchey. TJ Watt, there we go. Highsmith, Harvin. Now we're starting to get some pressure. Jonathan Jones, he's looking for a contract. Terrell Edmonds is looking for a contract. So Terrell or Tremaine? Terrell, right? But we have a weekly award winner. It's probably going to be T.J. Watt with a 3. He had 3.5, but it says 3 on 8 tackles. And yeah, Deshaun Watson and the Browns they're on one right now. But we have the Dolphins, TV, primetime, both teams 5-7. Both teams looking to keep their playoff hopes alive in the AFC, and we get smoked 42-24. Probably to end our season right there, Monday Night Football. And we outpassed them. They outrushed us. Both teams had a turnover, and it wasn't even close. Who is Dave Smith? Kareem Hunt, Najee Harris, only at 58 yards. What is with the running game? Holmes is not that great. He's looking to be like, it's his rookie season, but still, he's not that great of a route runner anyway, so probably should have expected. Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And we have an injury. Everybody's 8-5 in the division except us, and it is Miles Jack quad tear. That's why we have Alex Singleton, though, and we still have Devin Bush, so it's not that bad. But Miles Jack was having a great season. And we lose 31-24. Second straight loss. And, we just couldn't pass the ball. Kenny Pickett didn't play great. Najee Harris was just okay. Combs, okay. Devontae Adams had 2 touchdowns, touchdown for Najee Harris. Our offensive line has just been minor with the pick. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's the offensive line. They're not blocking for Kenny Pickett. They're not blocking for Najee Harris. The defense, like guys like TJ Watt, you expect them to get more sack. Now he's just starting to get hot, but I don't know. It's just been a weird season. Like the receiver Combs is looking like he's not doing nothing. He's getting outplayed by Calvin Austin. I don't know. This is one of those throwaway years. Lose another game. Brandon Ayuk went off. And yes, TJ Watt is starting to play like TJ Watt now, but it's a little too late, Mr. Watt. Maybe I should have let Derek Watt go in free agency. Maybe that would have taken him off and he played better. But 12 tackles, 2 sacks, his second Player of the Week award. Week 17, we got the Ravens, and then we have the Bengals to finish off the season. Our season's already done, so now it's time to just screw with their seeding and their, playoff seeding and stuff and division win. Well, the Bengals are going to win the division, and we lose to the Ravens. Probably going to lose to the Bengals to finish the season. Don't know if Mike Tomlin's on the hot seat, but we are like on a 4-game losing streak. Couldn't run the ball. It's been the story of the season. Couldn't run the ball. Could not run the ball. Najee Harris must have got hurt, or they just pulled him out the game. Offensive line's just been trash. Last game of the season, and I really should be happy about this. I'm happy when the Steelers lose. We have a TV game, probably to try to save Mike Tomlin's job, and I would hate to have to come in here to be the coach of the Steelers. So just don't fire Mike Tomlin. If they do, let me upgrade the players really quick. And Combs, I don't think he was revealed, right? So you mean to tell me this guy's an X Factor with those numbers as our wide receiver too? You can bet your ass he will not have X Factor. Why does he have X Factor? He's not even that great of a route runner. Oh, well, he drafted a superstar X Factor receiver, I guess. But, wow. Okay. I guess we're just going to feed it to what he does best, deep threat. I would guess that because of his stats, he's going to lose the X Factor. He's probably going to go down to superstar or star. If they let him keep it, they let him keep it. But hats off to me. I drafted a X Factor. And then Kelly was the other one. And he was star. So star for him, star for the corner. But X Factor for that receiver, I was not expecting that. Was not expecting that. I was expecting like star. Wouldn't have been, surprised. He has upside. He has talent. He has speed. But needs to, wow, they fired Mike Tomlin. So, one of my worst nightmares is going to be coming true.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.
I'm going to become the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear down this organization from the inside out. That is my goal. This was the only job that was listed, the only job that was open. So I took it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Let's do the all black, or should we do the black and yellow? I would do it all black. Keep the Mike Tomlin playbook. And the Steelers did it. They fired Mike Tomlin after a disappointing season. It was 5-12, his second losing season, only his second one of his career, because we had the first season where we only had 4 wins. Last in the division, everybody else had a winning record. Bengals won the division. We were 20 in points per game, 21st in passing yards per game, 28 in rushing, 31 in points per game. Those were the two problems: giving up too many points, not being able to run the ball. Offensive line was terrible. The defensive pass was right there in the middle, and then we couldn't stop the run either. So just a bad season all around. Jacoby Brissett was your passing leader. Mac Jones, Joe Burrow, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Chris Godwin, Jameson Williams, Alan Lazard, Myles Garrett with 24, Brian Burns, Aaron Donald, Tre'Davious White, Von Bell, Isaiah Simmons, Foyesade, Olakun, Jelani Tavai, and Devin White. Looking at the stats, we were 26th offensive yards. Kenny Pickett, I guess he was okay. Najee Harris, over 1,000 yards, at least 5th in rushing touchdowns. We were 20 in point score. Calvin Austin, 6 in receiving touchdowns. What a breakout season for him. He better be at least a star depth. Too many picks for Mr. Pickett. Not throwing it to Pickens enough, just throwing picks. So, I mean, touchdowns, yards are good. Just too many picks. Too many picks. Too many sacks, though. 52 sacks, rushing. Great season for Najee Harris. 18 touchdowns, over 4 yards per carry, 4.5. Longest rush of season, 80 yards. Not a bad season for him. Even though, as bad as the offensive line was in those games where we just getting stuffed, Najee Harris still doing those type of numbers. I mean, I guess that was good. Receiving, Calvin Austin was our best receiver. Had the yards and the touchdowns, just taking all the balls that Deontay Johnson left. Pickens led the team in receptions, still had 1,000 yards. Pratt Freiermuth, only 2 touchdowns as our new team captain. And then that X Factor, not playing like a damn X Factor. And then Najee Harris had 3 receiving touchdowns. Longest reception of the season, 51 yards for Calvin Austin. Offensive line, can't wait to see this. 19 for Myers, 12 for our free agent signing, Charles Leno. I think only giving 1 year deal. Dotson with 7, Green with 5. Our best lineman was James Daniels, though. Shout out to him. Should win an award, should be a Pro Bowler. Devin Bush, okay season. Miles Jack was having a great season until he went down with injury. TJ Watt bounced back second half. Edmonds, good season. Don't know if it's that's a hard one. It was already hard deciding if we were going to bring him back or not. The season we had might lean towards more of letting him go, but he did have 2 picks still, 80 tackles, so might bring him back. Don't know. Julian Willis had 2 picks. Jonathan Jones, all of our corners had at least 2 picks, and our safety, so that's good. Highsmith, he's just going to continue to go down a dev trait. Barton, what a hell of a season. Breakout season for him. Should be at least a superstar dev. Harvin, first year starting, taking over for Cam Hayward. I will take that. Singleton had a pick. Might bring him back as our 3rd middle linebacker. Forced fumbles, we had 4. We had Edmonds, Harvin, Highsmith, and Bush. We had a block for Barton. What a season for Barton. And we had a safety for Highsmith. No defensive touchdowns. Boswell he missed 1 extra pointer. 1 field goal was blocked. Wow, I was getting on him and did not notice he only missed 2 field goals, but because of the 1 blocked field goal, he technically only missed 1. We will stay with Chris Boswell. Inside of 28 times, longest was 72, average 51.4. I don't think we had any special teams. Touchdown, yearly awards, MVP goes to Jacoby Brissett of the Lions. Coach of the year goes to Patrick Bailey. So many unfamiliar, fake-ass player names in this video is crazy. Jonathan Taylor on the Titans, Offensive Player of the Year. We got Najee Harris at number 9. Defensive Player goes to Myles Garrett. We got T.J. Watt coming in at number 3. Best QB goes to Jerry Dotson. Or this is Offensive Rookie of the Year. What am I talking about? Jerry Dotson of the Colts. We got Caleb Combs, our X Factor. You can X him out. And then Trevor Beverly of the Jets. And we got Minor, our corner, at number 7. Best QB, Jalen Hurts on the Titans. Running back, Josh Jacobs. Najee Harris coming in at number 4. Receiver, Devin Duvernay now on the Chiefs. We got Calvin Austin at number 4. Should go up depth trade. Wyatt Teller of the Browns. We should see. Yeah, I was going to say James Daniels only giving up 1. He deserves some type of recognition. Myles Garrett for D lineman. Linebacker T.J. Watt. It's automatic. And why is Highsmith up there? I swear he had a down season. Defensive back Tre'Davious White. And then best kicker is going to go to Jake Elliott. Chris Boswell, though, coming in at number 3. So Boswell, Najee Harris, T.J. Watt, James Daniels, those guys having great seasons. And now we're just going to focus on the offseason, the draft, probably spend some money on free agency. And let's see if we have any Pro Bowlers. See if we have any depth traits. See who wins the Super Bowl. It's not going to be us. Not going to be us. Don't want it to be us. And it is the Giants and the Chiefs. Never really see the Giants there. That's something new. So we get the Pro Bowl roster. I would say James Daniels. I would say T.J. Watt. I would say maybe Chris Boswell. So Najee Harris maybe. No Najee Harris. Calvin Austin, okay, is wide receiver 3. That's 1 for us. No James Daniels. He was snubbed. T.J. Watt is a starter. Is that Jonathan Jones? No, because he's an 81, right? That can't be our Jonathan Jones. That can't be. I'll check, though. That can't be. And then Bowen's our running back. I think that's him. I don't know who that is. Don't know if we had. I know we had T.J. Watt, and I know we had Calvin Austin. Pat Fryermuth gets a point. And let's see if we have any depth trait upgrades. I would think maybe Calvin Austin going to star maybe, and he does. He finally goes up to star. Combs keeps his X factor for now, at least. At least. We'll probably put him in the slot next season. Charles Leno was terrible. Nothing else changed on the offensive line or on the offense. And then defense, Kelly was a star. Harvin does not go up. Minor goes up to superstar. I feel like they just gifted us with that. Highsmith goes back up the X Factor. And then nothing else changed. So we got a superstar and an X Factor on defense. And then on offense, we got a star. So you could say we got better. And will the Giants knock off the Chiefs? And they don't. Chiefs win it. Super Bowl MVP is Patrick Mahomes. And you have Jacoby Brissett, Patrick Bailey of the Jaguars coach, Jonathan Taylor, Myles Garrett, Curtis Dawkins of the Eagles, and Trevor Beverly on the Jets. Trying to stop this yard. But let's move to the offseason. I think we re-signed everybody we wanted to. I think Terrell Edmonds is just the only one that we have to look at, and we will look at it some more. We'll look at this mock draft 3, see where we're picking. We should be top 5. Number 4, they still have us taking a quarterback. They've had us projected to take every single quarterback in this draft so far. But because we have a top 4 pick, there is 3 quarterbacks there. But I like Kenny Pickett. So we're going to stay with Kenny Pickett. We have edge rushers. We have receivers. So we're not going to go. We might trade down. Believe it or not, we might trade down. Don't need any quarterback. Don't need edge rusher. Don't need receiver. We could use this tackle, though. Charles Leno was kind of a bad signing for us. What's up with these bad signings? Javon Kinlaws. But Eric McMillan as a left tackle might be the pick. Don't need corner unless we lose Jonathan Jones. We have receiver. We have edge. We have receiver. There's a quarterback down here. There's another tackle right here. Not a great pass blocker, though. There's some good tackles. Yeah, so we still could trade down in this draft and get a right tackle. We just got to figure out which one is the best one. So we'll probably scout. There's a lot of quarterbacks in this first round. Probably scout all the tackles, the top tackles, to see which one is the best one, and then we'll know if we should trade down or not. There's a lot of tackles and quarterbacks in this class. Retirements. Should have looked at safeties too, just in case if we let Evans go. And we didn't have anybody retire. Didn't even look at the screen last season when Cam Hayward did retire. Now, Jonathan Jones. Feel like we could upgrade in free agency, but he has not been bad since we signed him. So I am going to offer him this, and he takes it. So he is back. Edmonds has not been bad. I'm just going to offer him this, and if he takes it, he's back. Okay, so he's back. Charles Leno, no, sir. Jackson, no. Fotu, no. Trey Herndon, no. Trey Flowers, no. Singleton was actually not bad. I will offer him this, and he doesn't want to sign. Okay, y'all saw that. I gave him a chance. Wiley, no. Van Noy, no. DeMarvin Leal, never really gave him a chance. And then Connor Hayward. Cam Hayward's gone, so you can be gone too. Tight end 2 probably is an upgrade that we need to make anyway. That they need to make anyway. Stop with these we's. Duncan, what are you doing? It's not we. It's not our. It's they. It's theirs. I'm not a Steeler. So looking at the roster, we have a quarterback, even though they have us mocked to take. Oh, look at that player tag. It says bridge quarterback. Still star dev, but it says bridge quarterback. They think he is a bridge quarterback. They don't think he is a franchise quarterback anymore or potential quarterback of the future. It says bridge. That's why they have us mocked to take a QB. Interesting. But we have Najee Harris, Lynn, who could probably be on the trading block, actually. Still has star dev. He's a backup, 25 years of age, probably needs to start somewhere else. Maybe we look to trade him. Fullback Derek Watt we still have. We have Pickens, Austin, and yeah, they let Combs keep his X factor, which is weird because we don't know what we do. Pickens has been our wide receiver 1. Austin's been our slot guy, but if I move him up to wide receiver 2, and then also keep him in the slot, Combs ain't going to get a route. So maybe we'll do what we did with Austin to Combs last season, but it's kind of like I want to start him as wide receiver 2, maybe wide receiver 1 because he has the better depth trait X factor. Yeah, we'll probably just put him in the slot, no matter if he's wide receiver 2 or 3. Tight end, we got Freiermuth. We need a tight end, too. We need a tackle, which is probably going to be our first-round pick. We could really go anywhere in the offensive line. We can go guard, even. Not really because of that contract. Look at that penalty for Dotson. Center, though. I did not promise Kendrick Green the starting job. We just brought him back because we needed a center. So we could double him. Myers, he doesn't have a day one starter tag anymore, and he had a bad season. We need left in. Probably going to address that, though, in free agency. We got T.J. Watt, Miles Jack. They let Highsmith keep his X factor, so they're gifting me with these depth traits. Miner's still superstar. So, I'll take that. I'll take the depth traits. And free agency, which is the final free agency, I think we could honestly sign one of these quarterbacks to compete with Kenny Pickett instead of drafting one. Maybe like a Daniel Jones, and it'll be like a Mitchell Trubisky type situation. He has interest. But we have a good backup quarterback that we drafted, so maybe we'll just let him compete a little bit more in preseason. Fullback, we're good. Receiver, we're good. Tight end, 2. We need tight end, 2. I would like to draft one. We have Fryermuth. Jelani Woods and Cade Otton all have interest. Adam Troutman has interest. We'll go with Troutman. Yeah, we'll go with Troutman. Two-year deal. Tackle, now Trent Brown is here. Charles Cross, I'm not putting any of my Seahawks on the Steelers. Damian Lewis, center, nobody. We're going to draft a tackle. Who do we have at right guard? James Daniels. He was our best guard. Jack Congo, Titus Howard. So we're not going to sign any offensive linemen. Of course, there's never any left ends or D ends here. Now, Eric Armstead is here. And so is Deron Payne. So is Grady Jarrett. Do we go after Deron Payne? I feel like Eric Armstead would be like a better fit for this D line, so we'll go after him. So who will we be targeting? Armstead and Troutman, and then we draft left tackle or a center, maybe quarterback. I think I like that. So we don't get Eric Armstead. Troutman hasn't signed. Where did he sign? So Deron Payne got signed, and Armstead went to the Patriots. So we miss out on a top D lineman. And we may have to settle for like a Sam Hubbard, or we're not going back to Javon Kinlaw. Jermaine Johnson is there. Do we just sign Grady Jarrett? He wants a Super Bowl, though. I don't know. We might have to trade for a D lineman. There's just nothing here. There's nothing here. Nothing. So it looks like Adam Troutman, if we can even get him, is going to be our only free agent signing. So we'll go to the draft. So D lineman and tackle, yeah, we may have to trade down just so we can get 2 players at positions of need. So looking at left tackle, maybe tight end, because I did say we just signed Troutman, but still doesn't rule out that we could draft one. And I really don't see any tight ends that would be worth it. I mean, we could take this guy in the 3rd round. But all of these tackles, though, Demarius Mays, he looks okay. This guy, Bryce Payton, he looks good. This guy looks good. And this guy looks good. So I think there's a lot of tackles here that we could take, and we might have to go at D-line. This guy looks good. This guy looks good. This guy looks good. So we can get a tackle down the board. We don't have to reach for one. So what we might have to do, and what would be probably better for the team, is if we take a different position. We trade down, take a left end, or D lineman and then get an offensive lineman later. And that's what we're going to do. Who is this guy? Adonis Gray. Top 5. He's the pick. He is the pick. He is the pick. Now, I remember the quarterbacks. He might go ahead of us, but I did see a lineman that I liked. So it just all depends. Let's see what happens. I think I'm gonna get a D lineman first, and then get an offensive lineman later down the board. I think that would be the best way to look at it, instead of reaching for a lineman and then reaching for an offensive lineman and then missing out on any D lineman at all, because we already missed out in free agency. So they actually have us taking that left. Where's that defensive tackle that was supposedly top 5 though? Adonis Gray. Why would he fall all the way down there? Like, let's look at him. So run stopper, poor speed. He did not do great at the combine. So I would rather take Adonis Gray, really. I mean, look at him. Elite speed, great strength, 40 bench. Yeah, he's a beast. So we're definitely going to take him. Not going to trade down. We're going to reach for Adonis Gray. Not reach, but draft Adonis Gray at number 4 overall and get an offensive lineman later. And we do have a 5th-year option. Who is this? This is Junior Williams at corner. We're going to pick it up. He is our starter now, but just like the X Factor speedy receiver, the superstar dev speedy corner that we took in the same draft last year. Don't know if he's going to be cornerback 1 or cornerback 2. It really doesn't matter. They both start anyway. Just are you number 1 or number 2 on the depth chart? And mock draft 5 is out. I swear if they switch it up, and they don't. So they have the edge rusher, they have a receiver, they have a quarter, they have us taking this guy. At right tackle, thought I was going to take him. And then they have Adonis Gray here. I'm getting him. And the private workout's not going to skip it this time. We already saw some of the signings when we were going through it. So I think I'm going to do Adonis Gray. I'm not going to do that tackle. I'm going to do maybe this tackle. No, we'll do, where's the left end? I know all those offensive linemen are going to be great. We'll do the left end, and then we'll do we look at any centers at all? I don't think I did. Definitely going to need one later. And did we do any other D linemen? No, we did not. So we'll do one of those tackles that goes later down the board. Maybe this guy. About right tackle. Yeah, we'll do this guy down here just because he's the last one. All right, let's advance the week, go to the draft, and get our D lineman, get our O lineman, and then every other pick after that, tight end or safety, wherever position we go.
Now on the clock, the Rams.
Steve goes number 1. It will be that right tackle. Was he projected to go number 1? I don't think so. I think it was the edge rusher, right? Oh, this might change. Receiver, and then 49ers go quarterback. Okay, so number 4, we are going to pick, and there he is, Adonis Gray, power rusher, D lineman. Look at this elite speed. Look at that speed, strength, jumping. He is just a beast, man. I'm taking him. Not even going to think about it. Of course he's normal. The other D lineman I had scouted is probably going to have the hidden dev.
With the next selection,
Let's go pick by pick.
are on the clock.
See how many tackles go.
Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. The Detroit Lions.
See who will fall to us.
Next up, it's the
Thought we were going to be like in a trade down type situation. Probably could have traded down, took the left end that we were originally going to take. I know he's going to have hit and dev. And then could have got more picks. Still could have got off. This is a deep tackle class. There he goes. He goes all the way down number 24, man.
Next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock.
Hopefully our guy had the best overall in the draft. I don't see a lot of tackles really going. So we should be able to get at least one of them.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Here goes one as soon as I start talking about it. And another one. Oh, damn, Bryce Patton. He was really one that I wanted. He goes a pick before us. Damn you, 49ers. And, I mean, there's still this guy. You got this guy. You got this guy. You got this guy. You got this guy. I mean, do we pass on those guys? Try to get Fowler in the third round? Because these guys, he's not good at run blocking. He's not good at run blocking. He's not good at pass blocking. But this guy down here, he's really good. Not at run block finesse or run block power. Elite change of direction, but poor strength. Can't do that. Kyrie Whitfield has poor strength. Why do they all have poor strength? Tyler Hansen, elite agility, elite change of direction, elite jumping, great strength. He's the one. We're taking him. Tyler Hansen, hit and dev. He's going to be our franchise left tackle. You got the 3 elites on the side on the ratings. And we get our left tackle. We get our D lineman. And now it's just adding more depth to the roster. What positions could I look at? I mean, we could add some more controversy to the quarterback room. We're deep at running back. I mean, there is no generational fullback I don't see. We're great at receiver. Tight end. Could do tight end, even though we brought in Adam Troutman. I like this tight end right here. Todd Richardson. Elite agility. I think I'm going to take Todd Richardson. That'll add another weapon. Or do we look at center? I think I see a center that's projected to go undrafted. So we're taking the tight end. Todd Richardson. He has elite agility. A, catching traffic. B, catching. He should be good. Hit and dev. Let's go. Tight end, too. Another weapon.
It's the Steelers.
And then center. Is the one I was looking at gone? Corner. We're going to look at corner because Jonathan Jones, even though we brought him back on a 1-year deal, he is not getting any younger. So there's nobody here. Is there a hybrid safety that could play corner? Maybe Artie Flanagan. I'm going to take Darnell Burrell. He had good ratings, so he's a hybrid, moving the corner, see how he plays there. And then I think we're going to go get a center now. Probably should have took one right there in the 4th round, but I feel like we could get this guy right here, Will Bell or Luke Dunn. Let's see which one is better. So this guy has just good ratings, 8 impact blocking. Let's look at the other one real quick. Luke Dunn. And he has elite agility. F pass block power, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna take a risk. Forgot about that center we drafted last season too. That was backing up our starting center, Kendrick Green.
Steelers on the clock now.
And I think we go another quarterback here. Add a 3rd quarterback to the roster. And the best one is this guy right here, Chris Middleton. So we have Jason Tatum as a backup guard on the team. And now we have a Chris Middleton. So we're going to take him. Shouldn't be anything great, but just to fill out the quarterback room. And do we go kicker? I know Chris Boswell had a great season, but maybe to push his buttons a little bit. Man, there is no kicker worth taking. Presley Harvin. Maybe we need a white punter. Running back, we're good. Fullback, replace Derek Watt, even though he's still on the roster. Piss off TJ. And he goes for like 30 sacks on the season. Just don't know what else we need. Competition at right tackle. Competition at right tackle. The offensive line was just bad besides James Daniels. So nobody's job is safe for the rest of the positions. So let's get this guy. Let's get Gabriel Ward. That'll finish out our draft. So we took 3 linemen, took a backup tight end, and I did not know we had another pick here. Maybe we go D-line. We need more depth at D-tackle, right? So we'll go D-line. And let's get... snag up this guy. I feel like he might have... Nope, not with that F play rec. No, that F play rec. Right in. Do we go right in? Speed rusher, no. Need more like a run stopper, a power rusher. Here's one. Jonathan DeMarco, elite strength. Taking him off that alone. 90 strength, 70 acceleration in the 7th round. Shouldn't be a bad pick. And I think we lost DeMarvin Leal anyway. So, look at the draft recap. And, 77 overall. So, 77 overall. It sucks that he only had normal dev. Hanson at hidden dev only a 72. 74 hidden dev tight end in the 3rd round. He's already the same rating as Adam Troutman. So that just gives us another weapon. We got him and Fryermuth and Troutman now. The safety we missed. Center kind of missed. Quarterback was just death piece. Right tackle, that's actually not bad for a 7th-round pick, 64 overall. And then that's not bad, 65 overall. Let's see who the best player in the draft was. And it was a quarterback, Scotty James, the receiver that went to the Vikings, a receiver that went to the Raiders, and then Adonis Gray. So we got the 4th best player with the 4th best pick on a 4-year rookie contract. So 4-4-4, 4 for 4. And disappointing season, 5 wins, drafted an X Factor that did not play like it. Mike Tomlin fired on the hot seat, out. No Vision Duncan, who was the biggest Steeler fan growing up, now comes in as the head coach. Oh boy, this is going to be one hell of a final year. Well, that'll wrap it up for part 4 until the next episode.